Roxanne's Facebook page and a live broadcast by me, Dallon Weeks. It's my name. Hi, how are you? Let me know if that music is too loud. I always like to have some kind of music happening when I do this stuff. How does it feel to be a star from the 80s? Would not know that. I don't think IDK were very popular back then. Yep, Shaun of the Dead poster in the background. My wife got that for me years ago. It was the first movie we ever watched together, and really loved that movie. And she got it signed by Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. It's over there. It's backwards on the screen. Yeah, pretty cool. What am I drinking? Just water in a big old mug. Trying to keep it healthy. I've been trying to cut out Dr. Pepper out of my life. Been doing pretty good, although I had some yesterday. So I'm not perfect. Let's answer some questions. What's the bass in the background? That is my, it's really confusing backwards. That's my orange Fender P bass. I love that thing. Is the connection all right? Is it working okay? Hope so. Really gonna rock tonight. Someone says it keeps lagging. I hope that's not the case. Did you come to the UK for the Rock Sound shoot? No, we did that down the street. My wife has a photographer friend, so we just did that down the street from where I live. Yeah, hoping to be able to release the album soon. I'm still trying to add more songs to it while we're waiting, but that's sort of what's going on right now, is that we're waiting for record label offers to be finalized so that we can make a decision and then figure out a release date after that. So hopefully it won't be too much longer. Will we do tours outside of America? We sure hope to do that very soon. Right now, it's not really about what we want to do, because we want to go everywhere, but it's about what we can afford to do. Because we do want to tour around the world, we just don't want to go broke doing it. So it's going to take some time, but we'll get out of the U.S. and we'll get out to where y'all are at. How many songs do you project the album will have? Not exactly sure. It kind of depends on how we release it. Maybe we'll do like an EP release first with a few songs, and then go back and do a full length and record even more songs. Don't know yet. We can't really know for sure until we get the deals worked out. Oh yeah, I did want to say thank you to you guys. All of the bundles that were available for this Rock Sound issue that we did sold out in a matter of hours. And someone over there told me that it's the fastest that they've ever seen any of the bundles sell out. So it's officially the fastest one to ever do that in the history of Rock Sound. So that's pretty great. Thank you guys so much. My favorite song by IDK, How? The one that I like the most is one that you guys haven't heard yet. It's called From the Gallows. And it's sort of like, if you're familiar with a band called the Ink Spots, it's an old jazz barbershop outfit from like the 1930s and 40s. I really love them, and I wanted to do a song in that vein, so that's what it is. I just haven't quite figured out a way to do it live yet with just the two of us. So as soon as I figure that out, maybe we'll start playing live. What's the meaning behind opening band? It's just sort of dealing with some of the anxieties that I have about being an opening act when you go take the stage for a crowd that's not yours. You worry about, well, not worry is the wrong word, but you think about that stuff sometimes. But I guess the song is just about trying to cut through all those anxieties and just address the elephants in the room. Acknowledge that the crowd isn't here to see you, but you're going to do your best anyway. So that's what it's about. And you guys' questions come so fast. Have you considered having touring members for future shows? Yeah. I'd like to get some more people up on stage on horns, and maybe someone who can do guitar and keys live. But right now it's about keeping things inexpensive and simple. And with just Ryan and I, it's pretty easy to tour and do shows. So as soon as we can, as soon as something like that will make sense for the live show. But yeah, we've talked about that. So hopefully it won't be too long before we can do that. How did you feel when people threw bananas for the video? I was really, really happy. We came up with the ending for the video as we were filming it, and we got the idea to just throw a bunch of garbage at me and boo. And we didn't plan on bananas, we just happened to have a bunch of them around for the people that were there. So please don't ever throw bananas at me at a show. Turn that music down a little bit. So how y'all doing? My family and I, we really wanted to. We've been watching news today all about the March for Our Lives that's going on. It's a pretty special thing to see going on around the States. We wanted to be part of it, go to the Capitol here in Salt Lake and be part of it. But when you have kids, it's things like that become a little more complicated. And our son doesn't always do well in large crowds and uncontrolled environments. So, but our hearts are with the people that are doing that. It's very important, and it's a very special thing to see happening. So. When will opening band be on iTunes? Probably not until the record comes out. We wanted to put it on iTunes and Spotify, but we were told that we wanted to make it free for you guys, but we were told that we couldn't do that on iTunes. You had to have a charge of some kind in order to put it on iTunes and Spotify. So in order to keep it free, we just had to make it available on our website. So if you want to get your hands on it that way, you can. But eventually you'll be able to get it through iTunes and Spotify. You just have to wait for the record, I guess. Sorry we couldn't make that free on iTunes. I don't know how that works. What are the black dots under your eyes for? I just wanted to do something that helped me feel different on stage. And I'm a big fan of Mark Bolan and T-Rex. And Mark Bolan used to wear silver glitter under his eyes sometimes. And so it was kind of an homage to that. But just decided to do black glitter instead of silver. Are you drawing anything right now? No, I don't get a lot of time to draw. We're still sort of putting our new place together here since we moved. And it's a lot of work. It eats up a lot of my free time, but that's a good thing. Good problems to have. But I do like to draw. I wish I had more time to do it though. So how did you feel when you first realized how popular IDK was getting? it's a cool feeling, but one that I'm trying to approach with caution. You know, it's a delicate thing. I don't want to take advantage of you know, Panic fans and things like that, because I know that was a big part of my life for like the last 8 years, but I didn't want to ride on anyone's coattails. I guess that's why we started playing shows in secret in LA. So you know, we would play for crowds of people who didn't know what bands we were in, didn't care, and you know, that was a thing that was important to me. I just wanted to, if this thing succeeded or failed, I wanted to make sure that it did it on its own, which is challenging because I know the reality is I'm coming from a band that's really, really popular. So it's a challenge, but I want to treat that delicately and make sure that, you know, we don't take advantage of anybody. This is Foxy Shazam for any of you who are wondering. Excellent, excellent band. Who are on hiatus at the moment, but let's hope they come back soon. Can you talk about your pedal board, please? Yeah, I like talking gear. What do you want to know about it? I guess what effects I have on there. The ones that I use most are a MOSFET bass overdrive. Got a volume pedal on there. It makes things a lot easier. Boss digital delay. An Aguilar tone hammer stomp box. But yeah, I'm always changing it up. It's fun to have toys. Will you ever play Love at First Sight at your shows? Sure, yeah. I just gotta bring a ukulele with me or something. I don't know if I will on this tour. We don't have a lot of room, so the less stuff that we bring, the better. But eventually I'll start bringing a ukulele, and I like playing that song, so yeah, me too. Foxy Shazam is underrated. It's a crime. There's way too many genius artists and bands out there that are criminally underrated. And I hate it. Favorite IDK How lyric? Right now, it's probably from the song Lights Go Down. Parade through the ballrooms, decay in your costumes, and dance till the lights go down. Pretty proud of that one. I thought it was clever, but what do I know? Do you consider getting a haircut? Yeah, I need a haircut. I know that. Since we've moved here, I haven't found anybody to do that, but I made an appointment for Tuesday, so all of this is going to get taken care of next week, I promise you. Thanks for tuning into this, by the way, guys. And I want to say thank you to Roxanne for putting us on the cover of their magazine. It's a pretty special thing to be a part of that. And it's awesome to see people who are fans of music running a magazine like that. Because bands like us who are independent and do everything, you know, DIY style, they depend on people who are fans, and everything that we have going for us is because of people who care, and that's the impression I get from everyone at Roxanne. So I want to say thank you to them for taking a chance and putting us on the cover of their magazine. For a band that doesn't have a record or a label or anything else, no press agents, that's pretty special. So thank you, and thank you guys for buying all of those bundles. It was really amazing. I got a little. I didn't expect that to happen. I got a little teary-eyed about it when I heard the news. So thank you very much. Yeah, when the album comes out, I'm sure we'll be doing all kinds of touring in the U.S. I mean, that's just something that we really want to do and get started on. It's just waiting for those green lights. You know, we're very frustrated about that part of it. It's a slow-moving process if you want to do it the right way. do. So I hope you guys don't give up on us while we're waiting. What do we got now? Iggy Pop? Yeah. Love it. How do you feel about Colorado? I love it there. Which IDK Howl song is the hardest to perform live and why? I don't know that any of them are particularly hard, but I will say that the live version of Lights Go Down, at least on the verses, has a simplified version of the bass line. It's a lot more complicated on the record, but I don't do it live because... You like that? That's awesome. Hey, what's up? That's just real. Just real. I sweat. Thoughts on Panic new songs? I haven't heard them yet, and I'm sure that I will eventually, but I just haven't done that. But for the record, I wish them all the best. You know, they're going to kill it, and you know, they got nothing to worry about. So they're going to be just fine. If I hear them now or I hear them later, they're going to be doing A-okay. As long as you've gone without shower, oh man, I don't know. Probably like 4 days on tour is the most that I can go without something like that. Bathing and showering are amongst my favorite activities in the world. What do you think of Panic's new bassist? Nicole, she seems very nice. I think they made a great choice. And if I'm going to be, you know, replaced by anyone, I'm glad it's her. It's awesome. How often do people make fun of you? Constantly. That's a constant fixture in my life. But you just have to get used to rolling your eyes and moving along. Let that stuff roll off you. Who cares? Can you guys hear this music? I want you to hear it. I want you to be exposed to good things while we're here together. XTC, making plans for Nigel. Love it. Favorite activities in the world? Performing on stage, eating food, hanging out with my family, relaxing, drawing, making art of any kind. Those are all my favorite things. Will you be doing the art for the album cover yourself? I've thought about it. I'm not sure. I made a cover already, but it got leaked a while ago, and so now I don't want to use it. Now I want to make something else, so we'll see. Method for writing songs? I don't really have one. I just kind of let it come to me. Sometimes I'll sit down and try to make a song happen and it just won't work out. Sometimes I'll be in bed at 3 in the morning and get an idea and I have to get up and go work on it. It all just kind of depends. There's no real set anything. I saw someone ask me why don't I live stream more. I don't know. I don't think I'm very good at it, and I think it's really an awkward thing to just sit here and talk to your computer. And the other reason that I don't like is because I see what you guys do after every single time I live stream. You take like, you know, the memes that come afterward. Like, they're always funny and they crack me up. But like, you guys take the weirdest screenshots, and it's always when I'm in the middle of saying something, you know, and then that becomes a meme and or a meme. I don't know how you pronounce that crap. Anyway. All right, since I know you guys are going to do that anyway, I'll give you one that you can screenshot. There we go. Screenshot that one. Make a meme out of that one. What's best for you? Do you get tired of people bringing up panic? No. It's good memories. You know, it was part of my life for 8 years, and it was a job that I loved doing. And you know, any job has good parts and bad parts, but the good parts that I experienced there greatly outweigh and outshine any of the bad parts that I experienced. So no, I don't mind people bringing that up. Well, let's give this a couple more minutes, and then I'm gonna go. I got a busy day here at home. I'm gonna have some family over here tomorrow, so we gotta prepare for that. Do you think you're good at French? No, I'm not good at French at all. I wrote a song once that had some French in it, but I mispronounced it on purpose. And, you know, that was sort of part of the idea is that I don't actually know how to speak French. Did you write the guitar part in La Villa? Yeah, I wrote all the parts for the project stuff. I may not know how to play it all, but I can write it all. Like a good example of that would be the piano on Nobody Likes the Open Band. I programmed it. It's not a real piano. It's what's called MIDI, and uses a program called Addictive Keys. And I built that track note by note and manipulated it until it sounded like it was real piano. But I can't actually play piano that well, unfortunately. I didn't want to take piano lessons when I was 8. Should have listened to my parents. Did you write the line, "These words are knives and often leave scars"? Yeah, I wrote a lot of lyrics for that song. Not just that line. It's a new edition. How did you find the old piano lady? Her name is Marilyn, and my wife found her. She's got a knack for casting all of my little projects that I have to film. She's a good vice president to have around. Is I Be a Punk based on a true story? I guess so. I mean, that's how I felt when I was like 17, 18 maybe. And I really like that song. I'd like to re-record it someday, but I think I'm a little too old to do that now. I don't know if I could get away with singing I'd Be a Punk if my mom would let me, being 36 years old. So if I did redo that song, I'd probably redo the lyrics a bit. Well, guys, I think I'm going to wrap this up. I wanted to say thank you again to Rock Sound for putting us on the cover of their magazine. Thank you to Sweat for making that happen. Thank you to Sweatpants for being the most comfortable pants that you can wear. I want to thank Water for hydrating my body. I want to thank you guys for asking questions and watching me do this stuff. And paying attention to what we're doing in IDK. It's pretty exciting. Again, we're hoping to get that record out as soon as possible and tour other places besides America. And yeah, thank you guys for buying all those Rock Sound bundles and selling them out. That's so cool. And for watching our videos. And again, we're going to be hitting the road in a couple weeks. And if you want to attend any of the shows we're playing, you can get tickets on idkhow.com. And this is the part of the live stream where you try to plug all of the stuff that you have to plug. That's the other part of it. So hopefully I did that right. All right, so I'm going to get out of here. Well, thanks guys for tuning in. Means a lot. And one more weird screen grab for you to make a meme out of. All right. See y'all.